It was a long day as members of the NFAC started at Baxter Square, made their way down here to Jefferson Square Park, and then went back up towards 12th and Jefferson. We were there as they were gathering and getting ready for a long day, but then things changed. People ducking behind cars, medics running to help.
During one of our safety checks, one of our individuals accidentally fired their weapon.
We watched 2 people get taken away in an ambulance after getting shot. That's how the day started for the NFAC, who shortly after made their way downtown. And onto the steps of Metro Hall.
NFAC, not around.
White man sleeping, the black man's meeting, right?
Word up, that's true. Yo,
Oh, shit. Don't you worry, Rabbit. I got your back.
Hey, what's up, B? You wanna fuck with us, bitch? Hold on, shut your bitch ass up! Get off my man! Hey, get that motherfucker! Hey, yo, Dave, get off me, man! You want some bitch? Come on! You want some bitch? Alright. Come on, man! Come on, man, let him go!
Yeah! You wanna fuck with us? Huh? Fuck with us, yeah? Shut up, what the fuck are you doing, man? Where did you get that shit? It's my mom. Man, put that shit away, dog, before you fucking kill somebody. Papa Dog had one! Put it away!
Man, put that down, man. Come on, Cheddar.
Okay, alright. Fuck, man. Oh, shit. Fuck.
Man, why you pretending to be asleep? Yo, I seen you out the window, Bob.
I didn't feel like talking.
Why not?
I just didn't want to make fun of me.
And I want to shout out all the people that came out. All of those black folks that came out knowing that they got to stay there after we gone. Who felt like they was cut off and alone. They told us, we just down here by ourselves. Nobody cares until they saw us show up and we cared.
I know something about you. You went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. What's the matter, dog? You in Paris? This guy's a gangster? His real name's Clarence. And Clarence lives at home with both parents. And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. This guy don't want to battle. He's shook, because ain't no such things as halfway crooks. He's scared to death.
Speaking out of the flesh, but this is for the Israelites out here teaching the word and all that. Dog, how do you look saying that, oh, we're gonna wait for something to come out of the earth, out of the stars, out of the heavens, when they are literally gathering their tanks, their military, everything, dog, and you look into the stars. You haven't armed your damn self. Like, how dumb do you look, son? Honestly, dog, you really think these angels is about to give us some kind of superpowers to start doing kamehamehas and some fucking spirit bomb shit? Dog, no, this is warfare. You think we had some spiritual being when we took the promised land in Moses' time and Joshua's time? No, dog, we had spears, we had bow and arrows, we had all these different types of things, dog. Wake up out of that stuff, man. Shalom, Barakatah, peace, God bless you. This video I just want to make real quick, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna make this a super long video, but I'm gonna start in 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. 10 and 4, and it says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds." I'm going down to verse 5. "Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bring into captivity every thought to be obedience of Christ, in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when our disobedience is fulfilled." He's literally telling us that even though our weapons are not carnal, remember, we have to put it in our proper context. You cannot just say that our weapons are not carnal with the scriptures that it's saying in 1 Corinthians 10 and 4 and not expect us to just not arm ourselves in this time of Black Lives Matter and all these different things. No, you need to arm yourself. You need to protect yourself. This Bible will not protect you from a bullet. It will not. So you need to put it in this proper context, man. I'm tired of seeing people out here thinking, oh, yeah, man, it's the spirit that's going to save us. You know, someone's going to come out of the sky. No, you sound stupid as fuck. That's why nobody believes the scriptures, because they put so much sorcery and so much vain deceit and after traditions of man's on the scripture to where that people don't even like believing in the Bible. Man, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at them. You know what I'm saying? I just, reacted as a worldly man, as far as once I finally heard the videos and stuff. But at the end of the day, we have to realize in order to gather the elect, you have to be on their same platform. Even though you understand the truth, you have to go down to their level so that you can bring them up. You know what I'm saying? Because you were not perfect. Okay, you learned the truth, but at the same time, you were not perfect, but under the laws of the most and the commandments of the Most High. So don't make like you are so perfect and you be able to speak against somebody because you learned something.
Hey, yo. This guy raps like his parents jerked him. He sounds like Eric Sermon, the generic version. This whole crowd looks suspicious. It's all dudes in here, except for these bitches. So I'm a German, eh? That's okay. You look like a fucking worm with braids. These leaders are the free world rookies. Looking, how can 6 dicks be pussies? Talking about shit's Greek. Bitch, you could be a piss creek with paddles. This deep, you're still gonna sink. You're a disgrace. Yeah, they call me Rabbit. This is a turtle race.
Kal halayim, la Yahweh ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, Waharaka Kadash. All praises and glory go to you, Lord. Double honors and respect to the apostles, elders, and men of great millstone, from which I've learned all of this truth. To them I say Shalom. I go by the screen name Brother Amana Yasha'Allah, formerly known as Roy Cruz. And today's lesson is going to be about false prophets. I've decided to put together a little lesson on that after watching these two jokers on the screen completely try to lead the sheep astray. And it is for this reason that I'm putting this lesson together. Today, my lesson will begin at Matthew 7 and 12. And the reason why I begin here is just kind of to get a well-rounded view of a false prophet. So Matthew 7 and 12, please follow along. Therefore all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. So whatever you want someone to do to you is exactly how you are supposed to treat them. And obviously this is a lesson that blows over a lot of people's heads. It make you look weak in some eyes. However, the Lord asks for it to be done this way. And if you are obedient, you will listen and treat people how you want to be treated. Hence, the main two problems that I have with one of these false prophets. Now, he tries to use the word, and obviously the word goes completely against anything he has in his head. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify by continuing on. Matthew 7:13. Enter ye at the strait gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Matthew 7:14. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. 7:15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. 7:16. Ye should know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes or thorns or figs or thistles? 7:17. Even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A corrupt tree is what you are looking at, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at someone who is groping because they are absolutely insane. And I just don't ever want anyone falling for some of the stupidity that fell out of that young man's mouth. Now, when it comes to Jam Master Jay, obviously his fruits have led him to the Cheddar Bob meme. Continuing on. Matthew 7:19. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. 7:20. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. 7:21. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. 7:22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name cast out devils, and in thy name done wonderful works? And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. And that goes for you two jokers on the screen. And this brings us back to Isaiah 8:20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Now that kills number one, the youngster. And I don't even care that you call yourself the king of the Israelites. We'll go ahead and leave that alone. But the fact of the matter is, you have no oil in your lamps. You're walking around, no light in darkness. And if the blind lead the blind, they shall both fall into a ditch. You need to really just shut your mouth and let the prophets do their thing. And truthfully, just disappear, because it's embarrassing to have a stench on you from vomiting all over yourself, which you have clearly been doing. Continuing on with my lesson. Now, the lesson is about false prophets. So that brings me to 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. And it says, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And that goes specifically for the king of the Israelites. You're going to bring death upon yourself. And really, I would have it no other way, because you seem very proud to me, very arrogant. Continuing on, 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 3. And through covetousness shall they which feign words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. 2 and 4. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, that's us, but cast them down to hell, that's here, earth, and delivereth them into chains of darkness. That's the flesh, to be reserved to judgment. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, a prophet, an apostle, who followed the laws, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. 2 and 6, turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overflow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. 2 and 8, for that righteous man dwelling among them in seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. 2 and 9, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So you don't need to take up arms, because the Lord knows how to take up your defense for you. There's no reason for you to take up arms unless you're completely lacking in faith, in which case you're numbered among the 2/3. And it's best for you to just go ahead and take what's coming to you and start over in the kingdom. Because either you will make yourself as a child right now, or you'll have to come back as a child in the kingdom and get this business all over again. Continuing on, we will go ahead and travel to Matthew. Matthew 12 and 35. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth good things, and an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. 12 and 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words shalt thou be justified, and by thy words shalt thou be condemned. And that goes for you, King of the Israelites, and that goes for you, Jam Master Jay. Now, you're leading Israel astray. Young people following you. I see you're obviously on Instagram aimed at young people. So let me just warn you. Matthew 18 and 6. But whoso shall offend